What's up, everybody? Weston here with the Hidden Gibbon. Still feeling under the weather, but back with another daily deck tech video, and we are back to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set. So, without further ado, let's get into Genghis Frog. When I saw this card, I absolutely had to make a deck tech about it. I'm a huge history nerd, and Genghis Khan is, of course, somebody that I like to study. I know, controversial. Generic dude in America studying Genghis Khan. That's something for you. But who is Genghis Frog here? He's a 1/3 for 1 green and 1 blue. He has trample. And when Genghis Frog or another mutant you control enters, create a mutagen token. Which mutagen tokens have tap 1, tap it, sack it, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Activate only as a sorcery. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a bunch of mutants. And mutant is finally a creature type that has gotten a lot of support. So we had some mutants back in Ravnica through Simic, and then Fallout, and now here. So let's see what we got. Oh god. Friends, I update the cheapest, and I apologize in advance because I have no idea. No idea. Oh my god. 1 second. There we go. So we have Aberrant. From the Warhammer 40k set, a Tyranid mutant with Ravenous. This creature enters the battlefield with X 1/1 counters on it. If X is 5 or more, draw a card when it enters, and it is a 0/0 for X and 2. It has trample, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, destroy target artifact or enchantment that player controls. So you get a little bit of utility artifact and enchantment removal on a body that can get big and can get even bigger with mutagen tokens. We have Adrix and Nev, twin casters. They're 2/2 for 2 generic, a green and a blue. Ward 2, and if 1 or more tokens would be created under your control, twice that many tokens are created instead. So it's a Simic creature doubling season for tokens. Donatello, Gadget Master. He's a 3/2 for 3. He has Sneak, so you can pay it for its Sneak costs and return an unblocked attacker you control to your hand during the Declare Blocker step. He enters tapped and attacking, and whenever Donatello deals combat damage to a player, create a token that's a copy of target artifact you control. Use it to copy your mutagen tokens. We have Donatello the Brains. If 1 or more tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus a mutagen token are created instead. And if you ever want him to be your commander, he came in the commander deck, so you can partner with something that has character select. We have Evolution Sage, so landfall proliferate. We have Herald of the Secret Dreams. Creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on them can't be blocked, which is really good in a deck like this. We have Irma, part-time mutant. She's a 1/1 for 3. At the beginning of combat on your turn, she becomes a copy of another target creature you control, except her name is Irma, part-time mutant, and she has this ability, and then put a 1/1 counter on her. Then we have Jason Bright, Glowing Prophet. He's a very bright ghoul. He's a 2/3 for 3. Whenever a zombie or mutant you control dies, if its power was different from its base power, draw a card, and then you can take Come Fly With Me, which is sacrifice a creature, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control, and gains flying until end of turn. We have Lily Bowen, Raging Grandma. She's a super mutant knight kid with vigilance, and Lily Bowen, Raging Grandma, enters the battlefield with 2 1/1 counters on it. And at the beginning of your upkeep, double the number of 1/1 counters on Lily if its power is 16 or less. Otherwise, remove all but 1 1/1 counter from her, and then you gain 1 life for each 1/1 counter removed this way. It's very interesting. We have Marcus, Mutant Bear, Vigilance, Trample, and whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card if that creature has a 1/1 counter on it. If it doesn't, put a 1/1 counter on it. So you can draw a whole bunch of cards and or get a bunch of 1/1 counters. We have Merfolk Skydiver. Is when Merfolk Skydiver enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control, and you can pay 5 to proliferate. We have Michelangelo, Game Master. Disappear at the beginning of your end step. If a permanent left the battlefield under your control this turn, put a 1/1 counter on Michelangelo. Then we have Michelangelo, Mutant BFF, which is each creature you control with a counter on it can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. And then whenever Michelangelo enters or attacks, create a mutagen token. So if you, I didn't put it in here, but if you wanted to give cards that give all your creatures trample, he's an excellent card for that in a 1/1 counter stack. Michelangelo, the Heart. Trample, Raid the Fridge, and at the beginning of your second main phase, if you attack this turn, put a 1/1 counter on target creature and create a food token. Then you get he's another partner character select. And then we have Michelangelo, weirdness to 11. He's a 2/2 for, or sorry, a 1/1 for 2. And when he enters, you create a mutagen token. If one or more 1/1 counters will be put on a creature you control, that many +1. So he's a hardened scales on a body with a very weird blue pizza. We have Mikey and Don, party planners, Ward 2. You may look at the top card of your library at any time, and you can play lands and cast mutant ninjas or turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Spells from the top of your library. If you cast a creature spell this way, that creature enters with an additional 1/1 counter. So just generic good value for 4. We have Mona Lisa, ever adaptable, which is whenever a player casts a spell, you create a mutagen token. This is really good. This card's really strong. Like, really, really, really good, friends. I don't know how to describe to you. Can I see the price for this card? 1 second. Sorry, we're zooming out a little bit here. Where is she? Yeah, she's sitting at $9. Oh, God. Sorry, friends. Yeah, $9. She comes in the Commander deck. She's a really good card. Highly recommend. Card is good for any 1/1 counters deck. Then we have Mona Lisa, Science Geek, which is reach and add X mana of any one color, where X is Mona Lisa's power, which is pretty good in a 1/1 counters deck. Mutable Explorer, you know, you get to create Mutavault tokens, which have Changeling and stuff on them. It's pretty fun. He is also a shapeshifter, so he is a mutant. We have Mutagen Man. We're going to be doing a deck tech on him tomorrow. Trample and activate the abilities of artifact tokens you control. Cost 1 less to activate. And when Mutagen Man enters, create X mutagen tokens. He's a 2/3 for X and double green. Peregrine Took, so if one or more tokens would be created under your control, create those tokens plus an additional food. You know, we got to have this little Hobbit man in here with all of our little dudes. And then you can sacrifice 3 foods to draw a card. We have Rampaging Yaoguai, Vigilance, Trample, triple green, and X. He enters with X/1/1 counters on it, and when he enters the battlefield, destroy any number of target artifacts or enchantments with total mana value of X or less. It's pretty good. We have Ray Fillet, Wave Warrior. Alright, I have not watched Turtles since I was like 4 or 5 in the early 90s, so I don't recognize most of these characters. Ray Fillet, flying, evolve. It's when a creature you control enters, so that creature had greater power than this one, or sorry, greater toughness than this one, or power or toughness. Put a 1/1 counter on it. Whenever a creature you control with a counter on it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Gets you a bunch of cards. Renegade Crassus, evolve. 3/2 for 3. Whenever it evolves, put a 1/1 counter on each other creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it. Roalesque Apex Hybrid. When he enters the battlefield, put 2 1/1 counters on another target creature, and when he dies, you get to proliferate again. It's very good. I play this card a lot in Arena. Venus, Torn Between Worlds, is a 5/5 for 5. Whenever it's dealt damage, put that many 1/1 counters on her, and whenever a creature you control with a counter on it deals combat damage to a player, you can pay 1 blue. If you do, draw a card. More card advantage for hitting people. Watchful Red Stag, it has evolve, and whenever it evolves, create a token that's a copy of it. Sorceries. We do have some ramp in Cultivate, Farsi, Kodamas Reach, Sky Shroud Claim, Open the Way, and Tempt with Discovery. We do have Doppelgang in here, so it's triple X and blue and green. For each of X target permanents, create X tokens that are a copy of that permanent. You can do that on some of your non-legendary mutants. Just create an absurd amount of mutagen tokens. We have Raise the Palisades, which is one of our more expensive cards in the deck. You choose a creature type, return all creatures that aren't of the chosen type to their owner's hand. And we have Mutagen Chain Reaction, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment or creature with flying, and then you create a Mutagen token. Instants. We're running a whole bunch of removal in Beast Within, Pongify, and Rapid Hybridization. We do have some ramp with Harrow and Endless Restoration. We have Inspiring Call, which is draw a card for each creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it. Those creatures gain indestructible. We have Saved by the Shell. For those of you who are not old like I am, this is a pun for Saved by the Bell, right? Like Saved by the Bell. And then there is also Saved by the Shell. because they have shells in their turtles. This spell costs 1 less if you control a turtle. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. It gains trample, hexproof, and indestructible till end of turn. Ooze Spill, counter target spell, create a mutagen token. And then we have mutational advantage. Permanents you control with counters on them gain hexproof and indestructible till end of turn. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to those permanents this turn. Proliferate. And then we have our artifacts. We have Arcade Cabinet. When it enters, put a 1/1 counter on each of up to 4 target creatures. And then sacrifice a token, so mutagens or something like that, or the foods that you generate with good old Pippin. And sacrifice a token, double the number of counters on target creature. Contagion Clasp, you get to proliferate with it. Herald's Horn, name mutant, creature spells of the chosen type cost 1 less at the beginning of your upkeep. You can look at the top card of your library. If it's a creature card of the chosen type, you reveal it, put it in your hand. We got Lightning Greaves in here to protect. Maskwood Nexus generates shapeshifters. Remember, these are also mutants. Ozolith Shattered Spire, because I'm too cheap to put Big Ozolith in here. If one or more 1/1 counters will be put on an artifact or creature you control, that many +1 are put on instead. Power Fist, whenever the equipped creature has trample, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, put that many 1/1 counters on it. We do have Simic Signet and Soul Ring for Mana Rocks. Earth Crystal is here to make our green spells cost cheaper, and if one or more 1/1 counters will be put on a creature, put twice that many 1/1 instead, and then you can tap it to put some 1/1 counters on. We have the Ooze, which is a legendary artifact for 2. Whenever a creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it leaves the battlefield, create a mutagen token for each 1/1 counter on it. And then exile target card from a graveyard, create a mutagen token. We have Branching Evolution. If one 1/1 counter would be put on, put twice as many. Guardian Project is you draw a card when a creature enters if it doesn't have the same name as another creature you control. Or in the graveyard. Hardened Scales adds an extra 1/1 counter. Inexorable Tide is every time you cast a spell, you proliferate. Simic Ascendancy, put a 1/1 counter on a target creature. Whenever one or more 1/1 counters are put on a creature, you put that many growth counters on Simic Ascendancy at the beginning of your turn. At the beginning of your upkeep. If it has 20 or more counters on it, you win the game. So here's a win con for you. We do have a Sphere Grid. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put a 1/1 counter on that creature. Creatures you control with 1/1 counters on them have reach and trample. We have Tribute to the World Tree. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. If its power is 3 or greater. Otherwise, put 2 1/1 counters on it. Kind of dipped out there. I am sick and I am tired, friends. We have a Vendo in here. Should be pretty easy to activate. It's a Guy's Cradle we have at home. Rogue's Passage is in here. Uthros, because we are going to generate a whole bunch of mutagen tokens, so it's an academy. Secret Tunnel, because we are running a lot of mutants. Novagen, Heart of Progress, puts a 1/1 counter on each creature that enters the battlefield this turn. Karn's Bastion can proliferate. Overall, good amount of utility in here. But yeah, let me know what you think of the deck in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of Genghis Frog. Certainly an interesting character, and if you are a big Turtles fan, let me know what you think of him and who he is in the story. But as always, I'm Wes with the Hidden Gibbon, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.